Thank you for being a friend. Do, do,
Da-na-eh-eh-eh-eh. Welcome everybody to our friendship table. Pull up a chair to life and come and join us in our conversation. My name is Hada, and this is my wonderful best friend.
Lady K.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope that our conversation bring value to you, to your life. And don't forget, you have any question, don't forget to email us or even put it on a comment, or if any subject that you want us to talk about, to let us know. So we're honored that we're able to share with you our journey. And then tonight we're gonna talk about the fight. The fight, what kind of fight I'm talking about? The fight out of our depression, the victory. We want to talk about the victory in the journey. We want to share the journey and with somebody. And me and Lady K have two different stories of our depression, and we also have two different stories of our victory. Because I wanted to be, something I thought about, Carol, that being a friend does not mean that you are alike. It does not mean you have the same journey, right?
True.
So what does it mean? It means we respect each other's journey and honor each other's purpose. It doesn't have to be the same. So now you know what I thought about when they said, well, you said when two of them walk together, they agree. Yeah, we could agree that you have your life and I have mine. I have my purpose, you have your purpose. You have
Absolutely.
your journey, yeah, I have my journey. So that's what being a friend is. Not being alike, it's not being twins in life.
Exactly.
Two different journey coming together respectfully and honoring each other and supporting each other's journey.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
we want our story to resonate in someone's life, because what I have to share, someone may say, oh, okay, I could relate to that. And what Lady K share, oh, okay, I could relate to that. It's two different, um, I would say two different road of victory, but it's
Yes.
still victory, right?
Absolutely.
It's like going to
Absolutely.
your house. You have so many different ways to get to your house.
Absolutely.
You
Good
know?
analogy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give my story first and share my story, and then Lady K gonna share hers. Out of the last a couple of podcasts we done about depression, then how did we can't come out of that? Because we no longer depressed. First of all, we're very happy ladies. We're happy with ourselves. We're happy with
Happy
our
with
life.
ourselves.
Right? So my journey started in the victory out of my depression is that when I guess it started when my mentor, and I called him and was like crying, what was God doing? I don't understand. And then he said that the Lord told him to share with me that he have already done it.
Mm.
So that made me more angry, because I'm like, you've done what? I couldn't see it. So that little piece that he put inside of me made me search. What do you mean that you've done it? And then the next step was my spiritual mother in Florida sent for me. And when she sent for me, that's when the whole journey of healing started in my soul.
Mm.
And I stayed with her at that time. And it was different. It was when she was speaking to me, she was speaking to my heart. She was speaking to the broken places in me. And then she allowed me to create this space in time, my little altar by her pool. And I think production should have a picture of that. And that little spot, I went there every morning. That's the spot right there at her house. And I
No.
built my little altar right there. My altar was just a chair and a table. And I had my pen and my piece of paper. And I sat there every morning. You see how beautiful the sunrise
Beautiful.
sunset is. And so that was my altar. And then she reminded me, sent me the pictures. She said, remember, this is your place. And she said she stood at the window on the inside. She didn't disturb me and watched me have conversation with God every morning while I was there. And I was talking to God and about my space where I was in depression. And then the Lord started really talking to me, and that's one of my teaching was created right there at that spot when he said, protect what I'm giving you. And started showing me the reason how I got there, because I wasn't protecting my value. I wasn't protecting he would show me like a vault that every bank, even though they have money, but they also have security to protect what they have. And I was lack of security to the value that he had put inside of me.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's a teaching that I did, and still today, about that, learning to protect the value that you have inside, because I'm wondering, how did I get here? Because that's always my question to God. What did I do? How did I get here? It was my lack of protection that I just allowed thief and robbers to come. But he's like, okay, thief and robbers only come rob something that's of value, right?
Right.
You got to protect it. And I wasn't protecting my emotion. I wasn't protecting my mental state. I wasn't protecting me. And I just allowed every hand to get into my mental, into my space, into my heart, into my emotion. That's what brought me there. So through the whole time we were there talking to God, the last day when I was leaving, or the day before I was leaving, she took me to the movies. And when after God, I went through the journey talking to the Lord, she took me to the movies, and I think it was only one person there, in me and her. And that movie was Shaq.
Wow.
And believe it or not, Shaq was the oil that broke the whole rock out of me. When I sat there, was watching this movie, honestly, I was in the theater screaming and crying. I was screaming and crying because the Lord was talking to me, and I fully understood, watching that movie, what was happening to me. In my own garden, I was stuck in that garden because of so much anger, unforgiveness, even unforgiveness about myself. I was stuck in that garden, and I mean, literally show me, this is what was happening to you. And I cried and wept and wept and wept through the whole movie. My mother just sat there and just watched me go through deliverance through the movie Shaq. Yeah. And that's what brought me out. And from that day on, I took the plane back home to Dallas. And my life never been the same ever since. And I kept coming out and coming out and coming out. And I see God in a whole different way. Because if I was told and taught, God would do it for you. And I got delivered and find out God have already done it. You have to implement and walk out and live what he have already done. Instead of me sitting there, God did it. So and I got confused, because I'm like, okay, if he did it, why am I here? What's happening? Why you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I got set free from that. God would do it for you. God would do it for you. He gonna do it. And I've been sitting there waiting for him to do it. He been sitting there waiting for me to pick up what he done.
Yes.
So we played a waiting game, and time kept going by faster and more. And I'm like, what's happening? And I think that was the time that my relationship with God increased, and I got to really know him for him, not what I was told about him. So that was my victory. Then now I know I was responsible for my own happiness. I was responsible for my own joy. I was responsible to make myself happy through what he has already done.
Yes.
And to just pick them up and live it. So
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So your turn, Miss Lady K.
Oh my goodness. You know, I love what you just stated, and especially the opening about how we are so different in our life experiences. And in this case, we're talking about our victory from depression. And I tell you, the difference between us, I'm just sitting here listening. I'm like, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. We both have victory, but we have different journey and different workmanship associated. And my story is like this, the short version of it. When I first discovered that I had depression 26 years ago, I expected to be delivered 26 years ago.
Mhm.
And what I have learned is about depression is each individual have their own DNA battle with
Mhm.
depression.
Mhm. Mhm.
Just like us humans, all of us have different DNAs.
Mhm.
So what I mean by that is, our outcomes could be similar or
Mhm.
could be different, but it's okay either
Mhm.
way because God is still in the midst. And what
Mhm.
do I mean by that? He sent help for me 26 years ago and up to this very day in way of a therapist.
Mhm.
And when I tell this story and I look back over it and I look at today, I'm like, my God, I've even to this day, I would ask God, well, why do I still carry the symptoms?
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
symptoms.
Mhm. Mhm.
And why do I still need professional help and so forth? But I finally realized that reason. I want to say probably 15 years ago was when it became clear to me why I still battled with the symptoms. And as you mentioned in the beginning, was to help someone else. And what do I mean by that? Within this 26-year journey, I kid you not, there are always somebody that comes up to me, strangers. You look like someone I can talk to.
Wow.
That's usually the
They ain't lie
first
neither.
words out of their mouth. I don't know you, but I feel comfortable that I can talk to you.
Mhm.
And then here they go pouring out their
Mhm.
trauma
Mhm.
situation.
Mhm.
And I'm listening, and then I'm able to minister back to them
Mhm.
because to share, yes, I experienced it. I know what depression feels like. I know what post-trauma feels like. And this is what God has did for me. And this is what could happen for you. And my story is not healed, but skilled. And what skilled means is I know how to manage the depression. That's my victory. I know how to manage it. And I realize it's not just for me, but it's for the others who are suffering and need someone who can relate
Mhm.
to it and not look negatively on them for it, but
Mhm.
I can relate and make them feel comfortable and give them wisdom about
Exactly. But
it.
you know what, Carol?
Wisdom.
Something that you just said. What you are healed from it, because not being healed with you not knowing how to um, take control of the situation. You took control of it, so you are healed. Healing looks different for everybody. Like you said, healing looks different because of your DNA. Just like you could like broccoli, but your broccoli may not agree with your body, but it doesn't mean that broccoli is not good. It doesn't agree with you, but it agree with me.
Mhm.
So healing for me looks different.
Mm.
Healing for you looks different. So
Exactly.
I wouldn't say that you are being healed. I say you are healed, right? Because in the formal way you are, because you understand what it is, you grab a hold of it, it no longer have a hold of you, you are in control of it. Why wouldn't that not be healed? So I would say, yeah, that is healed.
Because I am in control and know
Yeah,
how to control it
yeah.
when
How
there's
to maintain that spot where you are,
yes,
right?
yes,
So
how to
yeah, I would
maintain.
say you are healed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Healed and skilled and still being skilled.
Yes, yes.
Still learning, still growing and still managing. So yeah, yes,
That
still
is a healing form when, and I want everybody to know that, because if you're in a place where you're managing where you are, it doesn't mean that you're not healed. You just your healing is in the management.
is in the management. Good point. You know
Yeah.
what? That's a very true. That's very
Yeah.
true. I just learned that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
because healing doesn't, because we've been taught healing is magic. Healing is, ooh, no, it's managing where you are.
Managing.
It's another healing form.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Managing is another healing form.
Yeah.
Thank you for that
Because
wisdom.
how many people don't know what to do, they're not managing it, and it's in control of them.
See,
right? You know what to do if the symptoms come. You
yes.
know exactly how to bring it back and take control. That
Yes.
is healing, because there's some people that don't know how to take control of it. They don't know what to do when they come because they're not healed yet.
Yes.
So that there's different form of healing. So I really hope that helps somebody, because who think they're not healed, who think, oh, I'm still here, and you're not really enjoying the spot where you are, because you're a happy woman now. You are very happy, and I see it in you. Are you glowing? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're happy about you. You're happy about your life. You're happy about your mental state. So what is it about you that's not healed?
I never looked at it from that perspective.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. That's what friends are for.
Exactly.
To help bring some clarity and to shed light on a blind spot.
Exactly.
So
but you know what? That is so beautiful. That is what we were talking about earlier, that you have two different journey. We have two different journey to the victory. But getting and hearing your process does something for me, because it educate me about people like yourself. Otherwise, I wouldn't know anything about your journey. I wouldn't know. It's almost my intelligent limitation would just limit to where I am.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But when we allow our friends to be who they're supposed to be, what they're doing is taking you to a journey and learning something you weren't aware of.
Exactly. And I appreciate you saying that. It took me a while, and I'm so grateful to God that I have accepted the assignment. It's an assignment in my life, as you know, to be able to, I mean, there's not a day, I would say there's not a week that doesn't go by where there is somebody that's coming to me, whether I know them or don't know them, that's coming to me about depression or anxiety or trauma residue that's on their life and what to do. And I'm able to not only relate, but be able to give them some wise information and guidance and education.
Exactly.
Education on the topic. So now I realize it's like, oh, good Lord, it's an assignment. You know, it's an assignment. So I respect
and I thank you for that, because you also made me realize that my space, what I've been through, is also an assignment.
Yes.
And as you were talking, I'm trying to think, oh my God, the same thing's been happening to me, because people are talking to me about where I am, you know, in other words, about where they are, which I'm familiar with because that's where I come from. So I get that assignment too from that point. So we both are doing our work from our branches, because he said, I got people for you to relate to what you're going through. I got people for you to relate what you're going through. So when somebody come to me about depression, about this, and most of the time that they're coming is because the same thing I've been through, you weren't able to see what God have already done, and you don't know how to protect the value that God. And I'm relating to the same thing to them. Learn to protect your value. Oh my gosh. It's like, so we rehearse what we've been through to let them know, okay, this is how you come out of it. But if we never went through it and we still be depressed, we didn't have no victory, we couldn't help nobody else.
Couldn't help no one. That is so true. That is so true.
Now I could honestly say that in this state, in this chapter of my life, I am happy. I am generally happy with me. You know, I am
Yes.
even me. In one day that I'm gonna be married again. One day I do desire to share my life with someone. And I was like,
Okay.
before, yeah, of course,
Okay. Okay.
right, get the wedding ready. And I want to be able to not wait till he come to make me happy. I want him to find me already happy.
Yes.
I
Yes.
want to be happy with me first. How can he be happy with me and I'm not happy with me?
Absolutely.
That makes no
Absolutely.
sense, right? Because
That exactly. That
exactly.
is called self-love, baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Self-love,
This self
sweetheart.
love herself.
Yes, indeed. Self-love. I mean, that is also a healing ingredient. When you love yourself and know you love yourself,
Mhm.
that within itself is a miracle and a blessing.
Exactly.
Self-love. Self-love.
And you know what else I learned? A lot of time when people hurt other people, it's because they're not happy with themselves. They have not loved themselves. So sometimes I even tell my mentor, I was like, honey, when they like, you did this, I said, I love myself too much to try to hurt you. If I
Mm.
didn't love myself, that's when I'm trying to hurt you, trying to manipulate you, or trying to do something to get you back. But I love me too much to do that. I
That's
don't need
great
to love you.
self-awareness.
I need to love me. And when I love me too much, certain things like that is just not important to me because I'm
Yes.
stressing myself out to hurt you. Who
Yeah.
wants to do that? I can't afford to have any wrinkles.
That stress
And
ain't no joke, and that stress
okay,
can bring
baby ain't gonna
wrinkles
stress herself
and
out.
so much
Yeah,
more. Yes,
so
girl.
you can roll in your mud, do whatever you want to do, honey, because girlfriend is not going to waste her energy and
No.
her happiness
Mm-mm.
because you done something to make you unhappy or to yeah. No,
Uh-uh.
I am happy with me. And that's what I've learned in this journey of coming out of depression to be happy with me, to be happy with who I am and who
Yes.
God created. So the happiness come from within, the joy come from within. And it shows. It
Yes.
shows to people that this is a happy child. This is a you may not happy don't like your circumstances.
Right.
Right? Something may be happening. I'm not happy with the circumstance, but I'm happy with me.
With exactly. Exactly. Beautifully
Mhm,
explained, being
mhm,
happy with yourself. That is such a beautiful.
mhm.
It's
Because
so
at
true.
that time I wasn't happy with me. You know, I was when I was depressed, I was not happy with me at all. I was not happy with the way I felt. I was not happy with the reaction that came out of me. I wasn't happy with me.
Mm-hmm.
I know there was more to me than what was manifesting. So I'm like, okay, what's wrong? So he had to show me I've already done it. It's already in you. All I need you to do is implement it and bring it out because it's already there. And that's what started making me happy. Oh, it's not the result, but the fact that he taught me how to bring out my fruit out of
Mm-hmm.
my tree, how
Wow.
to cultivate my tree to bring good result. That was enough to me. That's enough to make me happy because I
And
know the
that's
fruit.
and
Is,
that what you just explained was you accepted your assignment. That's what you did. When you accepted
I like that.
gracefully your assignment, that just broke those chains of depression.
Ooh, you just said a mouthful right there.
Mm,
You just said a
mm,
mouthful because now you bringing back stuff to my memory. Because
mm,
at that time I also was fighting my assignment.
mm,
So
mm.
thank you for that.
Oh
Thank you
yeah,
for
I
that.
know. I know,
Yes,
baby.
when you finally accept it, ooh, you just said a mouthful. My
Oh yes, I know that from experience. And like I was saying to you, when I finally accepted my assignment, that this is where God wanted me to be able to minister to people. We all have our DNA specifics. And when I realized, especially people in the kingdom of God, especially who, you know, that's just something that we didn't touch for deliverance.
Exactly.
But when I finally accepted the assignment, I said, okay, God, you know, okay, you want me to continue in treatments. I got to do treatment. I said, okay, I'll do it because I know that it's helping someone else. And that's the peace that I reside in. That is the peace. That is my healing part. You know, that's my victory. When I finally accepted it and said, hey,
you just said that word just keep ringing in my spirit so hard when you finally accept it. And I'm like playing the tape back. Oh my God, she's right. At that time, I was angry. I was very angry because I did not like the way my life was going. So meaning was you said I did not like my assignment. Ooh, girl.
Because the truth is
from Dallas all the way to Florida.
You know, because assignments don't always feel good. And
you don't want to accept it because that's not what you feel like it should be.
That's it right there.
So it caused you to be depressed. I want this result.
Yes.
But we don't like the process because it don't look like the result. And I remember I was angry. I've been angry at God because I didn't like this. I didn't like this thing. And then, but I was the problem. I didn't realize I was the problem. I thought God was the problem.
Of course, because you feel that an assignment is supposed to be really, really happy and jolly and woohoo.
It's supposed to come a different way.
It's supposed
to have a different result.
Yes.
But that's what you're taught. You know, that's what you're taught that, and you see everybody else happy in their assignment and don't know deep down inside they're really not happy. You just don't know the truth. And I remember looking like, well, it seemed like everybody else is happy. Everybody else is prospering. Everybody else is, so what about me? I don't understand. And I was just angry.
Yeah.
And when I stopped being angry at myself, at God, at life, and accepted my assignment, just like you said, oh my God,
and then
that was a mouthful.
That peace of God that surpassed all understanding came upon us. When I found that's a peace that's indescribable when you finally make that peace with God and accept your assignment.
Exactly.
And you see it and understand it and you go, okay, that's a indescribable peace. And I think each individual have their own experience with that type of peace with God. When you finally know, you know.
To put it all in one nutshell, if you stop fighting with God, you realize your arm too short to fight with him, you'll be happy.
Yes, that part.
Yeah, you stop fighting with him. You stop fighting with life. Because some people are fighting with life, period.
Yes.
You know, because you'll say, no, it's not God. It's life. It's still the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, so when you stop fighting him, you stop fighting life and you accept your life and allow yourself to be guided through life. Oh my God, I will recommend a therapist. I will recommend a counselor, recommend a coach. However long you're supposed to be with them, I recommend counseling. Because laying hands and casting out demon does not fully work. I would not say it doesn't work all the time.
It's a team effort.
Exactly.
It takes all of that.
Because if you get the hands laid on you, the demon come out. Okay, what happened if you don't counsel yourself and your mentality back into life? It's gonna come back and it's gonna get worse anyway. So I would suggest I prefer to get delivered through counseling, through teaching, because those are more permanent deliverance. Casting out demon is temporary. Because them suckers gonna come back because that demon is still inside of you. That all they gotta do just touch and agree and come right back in. But if you don't get rid of that demon within, okay, that's access. You know what I'm saying? So counseling. I recommend counseling. I recommend coaching. I recommend
all of it.
All of it.
All of it. Let me
Man,
tell you,
I recommend
all
that
of it.
And you
I am
stay
a
in
witness.
it until you feel like it's okay. I got it now. I know how to do this. Or some people maybe like you need to stay in. Stay in until you learn to manage your life. Oh my God.
Oh,
so
yes.
I could say our victory is, Carol.
Yes.
We accepted our life assignment.
Yes, that's it. That's the victory.
We accepted our life assignment.
And that's when the peace came. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All right, we're running out of time. Thank you so much for joining us. And we hope and pray that you got some value out of what we share with you. You have anything you want to add before we go?
I just want to say I agree. Accept all the help, spiritual, naturally, accept it all, because God is in all of that. He's the creator.
Right? He's in all of it. So accept your life call, accept your journey, and go through it, and you will be happy. So give us a comment, share this video with your friends and family, because somebody's waiting for this answer. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for being my friend.
Thank you for being my friend.
All right. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you for joining us.